I think he has underestimated me and my ability. But I think deep down, you know, I see him breathing right now. I see it through his shirt. His heart rate is sky high right now.
Before we dive into this wonderful content, I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe so I can continue to make this content for you guys. Yo, this shit was by far the funniest face-off I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, I recommend go seeing the full face-off, but I'm just gonna run down a few of the clips that I feel are hilarious and are really impactful, and some of them will dive into the mind state of these two fighters, but it's fucking hilarious, and we gotta get straight into it.
He doesn't respect me, but I think deep down, he knows that he has to respect me. That's where the confusion comes from. You're gonna see that on Sunday when he gets hit with that first jab. You're gonna break him.
I'm right there with him. That was a performance and a half. And you're gonna think this is hilarious, or you think I'm joking around. I'm dead serious. Fighters should literally look at what Jake Paul is doing and learn how to catch and be captivating to the mainstream audience. And you don't find it captivating yourself, that's one thing, but clearly this is the way to get their attention. You gotta be flamboyant, you gotta have a certain demeanor. And did you hear that performance? Academy Award.
When you call this a career, dude, don't ever fucking refer to what you've done so far as a career. It's disrespect to every motherfucker that's put in real work, real time, 16, 17 years in the pain of a career. That's what this is.
And then he wonders why he ain't getting respect from the fighters or from Woodley. You ain't gonna get respect when you're perpetuating a career with 4 fights, with complete bumskis. And no offense to Ben Askren, but when it comes to the hand-to-hand combat, literally hand-to-hands, he's trash. Doodoo Stein. And maybe he could beat me up. I'm not over here I'm not a Twitter warrior over here saying I'll beat up Ben Askren. But what I will say is that when it comes to the eye test, my man fails it 10 out of 10 times. Trashki, Bushki, Babumski.
You can look it up. You can do a search for it. So
Search for what?
It doesn't greatness. Greatness. You won't find your name near that.
No matter if you're in an octagon, an office, a ring, a basketball court, to get respect, you need to give respect. So don't expect any admiration. You're not even giving Woodley credit. You're not even calling him great. He is great, one of the greatest welterweights of all time. Before he lost to Usman, people were saying that he was gonna overcome GSP.
So what happened in the last couple of fights you had?
What happened to your last couple fights? What happened to the last couple world titles you fought? What happened to the last couple greatest you fought?
I'm 4-0 and 4
You fought
KOs.
against a YouTuber, a basketball player,
Look at that.
and my dog Ben Askren, who's not even really technically known for striking.
If you ever hear anyone tell you that you can't play with numbers and that numbers never lie, this is showing you right here that that's complete bullcrap. Of course he's 4-0 when you fight 4 guys who are not even boxers. And Tyron Woodley's not even a boxer. This would be a 5th guy whose profession isn't in the profession he's performing in. So, okay, great NBA player when you keep on crossing over tennis players.
You put out this picture and you're like, look what I was doing 5 years ago, look what he was doing 5 years ago. He was winning UFC welterweight title. I was in high school or maybe just out of high school.
Middle school.
I'm glad Eric Hawani didn't even respond to that. So you're telling me you're 24 years old and 5 years ago you was in middle school? So you was 19 in middle school? Now I know why Woodley needs to read a book in order to talk to you.
I feel like you make me you bring my IQ down when I sit across from him, really. I feel like I need to read a book when I leave here. I got receipts and videos of you being
brag,
a fan.
daddy. Brag. Yep.
Me and Woodley thinking the exact same way.
Kind of creepy. Oh, he's a bad guy. Oh, he's a heel.
You're a speed bump.
How does it feel?
It feels like, you know, when you're in a car.
Speed is what you're
and
gonna
you go
see.
over a
Bumps
speed
is
bump.
what you're gonna have when you leave out of the
And you go over a speed
ring.
bump.
Yo, that was legit the funniest line throughout the entire press conference. You're gonna see speed and you're gonna have lumps after I fight you. These are those rehearsed lines your boy Woodley was talking about. You can just tell by the way he's staring at him, by the way he's delivering the lines, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. If you can sell the fight WWE style, I guarantee you people are going to be flocking. That's not even a word. People are going to be dying to see that fight.
Speaking of bumps,
went right over it.
those little bumps you had on your face kind of alarmed me. You wouldn't be happy to take PEDs, are you?
Listen, if you want to build in excuses right now,
No, I'm just
go
asking.
ahead.
Cause I was just wondering, I
Go
looked at
ahead.
your face, it looked kind of serious. You had some rage and you acting all unorthodox, you know, those are signs of the PEDs.
Also signs of the heebie-jeebs.
I'm not
Well, that's
finna
what
ever-
you're doing.
Do you think he's
You're-
gonna?
So you're saying I'm
You're-
taking a dive. You're
No.
paying me to lose.
No, I'm saying
Sounds
that
stupid,
you're gonna
dude.
get hit
Listen
with
to
a
the
punch
question. Am I taking
You're
a
gonna
dive?
get hit with a punch
Just saying,
and go down to the canvas regardless.
Do you understand what it means to take a dive in 2021, especially considering who Woodley is and who Jake Paul is? He is definitely not gonna take no dive to Jake Paul. Get the fuck out of here with that. Pardon my French, but I had to. That's completely ridiculous and hilarious. Could you imagine the Twitter vitriol that's gonna be sent his way if he loses, right? Because I don't believe he's taking a dive. Get out of here with that mentality. Woodley is a warrior. He's coming to destroy Jake Paul.
it don't bother me, dude. People losing this fucking sport. You know how many dogs I walked out there where they got slept, cut, knocked out, disabled, legs cracked? Yeah, it's a part of our sport, G. Our sport.
Not if you want to
part
be
of
the best.
our sport.
Not if you want
Part
to
of
be the
our
best.
sport. You're not included in that.
You can't undermine a UFC champion by mentioning his losses or her losses. Do you know the level of competition that it took in order to win that belt and to defend the belt multiple times? He's imitating all the previous fighters he's ever seen. He imitates Conor McGregor. He's imitating other fighters that he's seen. He has a pretentious personality and he's an actor. You can clearly see why people aren't going to respect his personality and some people are rooting for him to get knocked out.
How many people in your neighborhood dress like you? How many rap videos have you watched? Exactly.
How many-
Culture.
There are extreme benefits for just being a solid, straight up person. This is showing you right here why. He's rehearsed all this crap. So when Tyron Woodley's poking the bear, poking the wall that he created in the bathroom, now he don't really got nothing to say.
Miss Paul would never hear a word out of my mouth. If my cornermen, my guys, my
Missouri?
coaches ever made mention to anything to your mom, I would have checked their ass on the spot.
Here's the thing.
That's the difference
But
between me and you. I'm
keep on
solid, you
saying-
not.
Being big and bad doesn't give you an excuse to be a piece of crap. Being a good person is tough and being awesome too. There are so many temptations pushing you to do evil things. If you can hold on to that, it shows how strong of a will you have. That's a championship mentality. Woodley's eating this dude's lunch right in front of him, dominating this whole trash talk. But then he had to drop this line right here.
I'm
You
saying
like
you're gonna do a
diarrhea,
bunch
dog.
of
You
stuff.
real loose. You real loose. You a goofy.
I am here for this level of immaturity. This is perfect for me.
Ask Amanda Serrano. Ask Charles Conwell. Ask Tyron Woodley.
Ask
You know?
these nuts.
Or-
You got West Side on your shirt. You at home? You at home?
I still want to hear
Let me see you
freestyle.
let me see you throw the West Side up. Let me
I
see
still
your
want to
fingers do that.
hear a freestyle.
Let me see your shirt throw the West Side up.
Can we go freestyle?
You from the West Side of Cleveland?
Cleveland! This is for you!
And all I thought this guy was just trying to improve his resume. There's another reason why he wants to fight Woodley.
The way I see him, like he got a big booty. Like that's part of the reason I wanted to fight him.
Oh,
He's thick.
My man Jake Paul is a true troll. But this moment coming up right now, you're gonna see he actually has studied Woodley from a fighter's angle, and I'm pretty impressed by his analysis. So he pretty much broke down Woodley's faults to a T. So here you go.
I saw a couple things, you know, especially in his, Gilbert Burns fight, how he went up against Kamaru, but there's not much there. There's really not. It's sort of the same shit. It's like run away, go up against the fence, try to push off the fence with the right hand, come over the top with the overhand right, and then follow it with a hook. Put your head down, swing for the fences. He's a basic novice striker.
Most of Woodley's career is out there for you to study and analyze and see. It's really hard for someone else to try to undermine and chip away at his career when your boy hasn't even fought 25 minutes in a fight before. So it's absolutely ridiculous.
How many times have you went 25 minutes?
He has fatigue issues.
How many times have you went 25 minutes?
Dozens and
In a
dozens
fight.
and dozens
In
and
a fight.
dozens. Dozens of times
In
the
a
gym.
fight.
Dozens of times.
Not with the guys that are shadow
In the
boxing
gym.
so you can feel good.
with
Let you hit 'em
people
with shot.
who
Oh, he
are
knocked him
better
out.
than you.
See, sparring can have an illusion of hard work and of strategy. But if you aren't a professional and you are now just building your career, you might have missteps along the way. So when I'm referring to the illusion, clearly if you're in there with guys who don't want to hurt you, that are getting a bag, that are getting a check from you, they don't want to lose that money. So they ain't going to push you to your limits. They ain't going to push you to your ceiling. As opposed to having a camp or having a team around you that's trying to push you to your next level. So that's essentially what Willie's talking about. He knows the difference.
Well, we made a bet, and I'm a man of my word, and when he loses, I'm sending her into his locker room to get the tattoo that says, I love Jake Paul.
One, I'm not finna let nobody that this dude ever knew in his life touch me. Two, I'm not losing, so he brought the person that he trusts that's done artwork for him to give him a tattoo.
Yo, whatever Woodley was eating this morning, or not eating, or whatever his remedy was, continue that remedy, Woodley. Man, you are sharp as hell right now.
I don't think he's gonna want a rematch. I think he's gonna feel punches coming in angles he never felt before. I think he's gonna feel pain the next morning that is gonna make him reconsider all this bullshit. So I don't think he's gonna want the rematch.
It's easy to fight when you beating people up, but when you get your ass whooped, can you wake up the next day and go to the gym? Well, maybe that's a little exaggerated, but could you get up that Monday morning and go to the gym? That's a great question. If he gets his ass whipped, will he want that rematch? I don't think so either.
Wow.
And that's facts.
So tough and gangsta.
Yo, not me, Jake Paul. I'm talking about Woodley now. Relax.
You're gonna have that oh shit moment. You're going up against a real motherfucker.
I'm a real motherfucker too. Yo, Joe, my man's calling you out.
I thought you looked cute. You look mad cute right now.
Okay, after this interview, Woodley's officially dumber than a 5th grader. Look, in this last piece of footage, it is pretty clear he's not trying to get into his mind. He's trying to get into his pants, my man.
Can I grip them cheeks after this?
Yo, I can't even, You know what I want to say, but I'm smart, Pause.
So I can't?
I told you this face-off was hilarious. It has so many things. It was funny, it was intense at certain moments, it was crazy, and you get to see a little bit more of their real personalities when they're confronting their thoughts right in front of each other. So I'm pushing for more of these in the future. These are always awesome, and I wish that Showtime could just sign a contract and bring back 24/7 or bring back some of that HBO aura. But besides all of that, this had immaturity, it had jokes, and I can't wait for later today when we get to see Woodley knock Jake Paul out. That's my official prediction, baby.